YouTube just isn't what you thought it would be. And maybe like many other YouTubers, you're thinking of quitting after 6 months of being a YouTuber. It can be really, really frustrating. Or you've seen other YouTubers who have quit after being on the platform for 6 months. The thing is, as new creators, sometimes people can have unrealistic expectations of what their YouTube journey is going to be about. They may post a few videos and think that they're going to go viral, or they're going to think that they're going to get their subscribers fairly soon. And soon they realize that this is not really true, that it takes time, that YouTube requires patience, it requires discipline, it requires effort. And sometimes not everybody is up for it. And that's also okay. I'm not saying that if you quit your YouTube channel after 6 months, then that's terrible. No, if you think that's what you want for yourself, then fair enough. Go ahead, quit your YouTube channel after 6 months. Many people also think that they will get monetized really fast. And yes, some YouTubers do get monetized quite quickly. But for others, it may take 1 year or even 2 years. And because they aren't getting that financial income, they may start to think, well, for all the effort that I'm putting in, for all the hours that I'm putting in, I'm not seeing any money. So it's not worth it. So I'd rather invest my time and effort into something that is going to pay me sooner rather than later. This also tends to happen, burnout. So if you're a new YouTuber, you'll have this burst of energy and you'll want to post really consistently. And you may even post daily videos, or you'll post once a week, and you'll put in all this thought and effort and preparation, and you are keeping those wheels of YouTube churning. And then, hold on, here's burnout. And that's a real thing, by the way. And you just take a long break, and then your long break feels like, okay, maybe I don't want to even get back to this. So burnout is a real thing when it comes to YouTube. And many people think, how can this be possible? Because YouTube is supposed to be fun. Yes, it is fun, but it also requires discipline. It requires consistency. It requires creating good habits to create content. Alongside with burnout, sometimes if you've been a YouTuber for about 6 months, you may lose that spark. You may lose that interest. Your passion has now diluted, and you don't want to actually create any more videos. You don't get any joy from it. You see it as a slog. You see it as being boring even. And you think, oh, I'd rather do something that is more exciting, that I find more passionate with. But like anything with life, there are ebbs and flows. Sometimes even something that starts off as super exciting gets diluted a bit, or even diluted a lot, and that's okay. And then your excitement surges again. So it's not like you take on something and you find it exciting all the way through. You know, there's a season for everything in life. And understanding that helps you continue with your YouTube journey. If that's what you want, if you want to continue with your YouTube journey, then know that YouTube is a marathon and not a sprint. But if you don't want to continue with your YouTube journey, that is also okay. Sometimes in life, it's okay to quit things. Sometimes in life, it actually may serve you to quit things if that's what you really want. So here, YouTubers, and we've all experienced that. You post the videos, you think you're going to gain this community, people are going to comment, you're going to chat to people from all over the world, you're going to see all these lovely positive comments, and you're going to create such great engagement, and it's going to be so rewarding. And you post the videos, and silence. Deafening silence. And you think, wow, nobody's watching my videos. Nobody cares about my channel. Nobody cares about me. Why am I doing this? And it can feel really demotivating to such an extent that some people may think, oh, I want to create an impact. I want to provide value, but nobody's listening to me. Nobody's watching me. So I'm going to just get off YouTube, get off this platform, and not post any more content. So if you're not seeing any comments, you can feel disconnected from your audience. You may not even feel connected in the first place because there's no engagement. And when there is engagement, you start to think, okay, somebody's watching, somebody's listening. We're chatting over the comments, through comments, and it can feel really fulfilling. So I think that whenever we create content, whenever we put out something into the world, we want it to resonate with someone. We want it to impact someone. We want to know, is this working? I think all of us want to know, is this working? Am I on the right track? So I think a lot of YouTubers, after 6 months, they may feel like they aren't on the right track. They may think that this is something that only happens to them, that they aren't seeing fast growth, and that they are an anomaly. But the truth is, they are the majority. The majority of YouTubers do not see fast growth. The majority of YouTubers do not see a high number of subscribers right from the start. The majority do not get monetized so quickly. But often we can hold these myths and we can think that we should be ahead of the game. We should be monetized right now. We should have 1,000 subscribers right now. We should have so much engagement right now. And when we don't see that, it feels like we failed. And then we feel like we want to stop our YouTube channel. Many YouTubers also quit after 6 months because they truly believe that the algorithm hates them, that the algorithm is just not promoting them because the algorithm does not like their channel. And I laugh when I say this because sometimes I think that's true, even with my channel. But the algorithm does not hate us. The algorithm, my word, the algorithm is actually the audience, right? It's about, if your video has value and people find value in it, then more people will watch your video. But if our videos don't resonate with people, then YouTube stops showing it to many, many people. So if your video is a good video, it will be shown to more people. I didn't know that being a YouTuber took this much time. I did not know that. You have to edit videos, you have to create thumbnails, you have to write up descriptions, you have to have ideation, which is thinking of what topic that you're going to discuss in your next video, etc. And it takes a great deal of work, okay? And most YouTubers may quit after 6 months because they feel that this work is not paying off. Sometimes it's literally not paying off. And they think, I know that when I work, I get money. And when I'm working on this YouTube platform, I'm not seeing any money. So I'm not going to wait until I see money. I rather just take my time, my resources, and put it elsewhere. It can also be costly. We also say, when you are a YouTuber, use your phone like I'm using right now. But some YouTubers may buy fancy cameras right from the start, etc. So it can be a costly journey. And some people may think, well, I don't want to incur any further costs. So I rather not invest more in my YouTube channel. I've given it a chance. I've tried for 6 months. It hasn't shown me the results that I wanted. Therefore, I'm exiting this platform, and at least I know I tried, and that's also okay for them. Now, you may see YouTubers and they've been on the platform for 6 months, and they may have experienced really negative comments, awful comments. And maybe people picked on their appearance, or maybe people picked on the way they spoke, etc. And, we always say, don't let this affect you. But sometimes in reality, we are only human and things do affect us. And maybe a YouTuber may think, well, I don't want to deal with negativity. I don't want to put myself out there any further. And I rather have peace of mind and I don't want to have to deal with this. And they decide that YouTube is just not for them. I think a lot of YouTubers, including myself, sometimes we can really compare ourselves to other YouTubers and big YouTubers or other YouTubers in our similar spaces, similar niches, and we may think, oh, they are winning, we are not winning. What's the deal with this? I've tried for 6 months. It's time to call it quits. And comparison can be a very slippery slope because the reality is that if you keep going and if you really do enjoy YouTube, and yes, you get frustrated at times, but if this is something that you really, really want, it takes years to really build something amazing. It takes a lot of discipline. And if you really want something, take your time to pursue it properly. Another one is that a YouTuber may have started in a particular niche. Maybe they started in the finance niche because they knew that finance is a niche that has a high CPM. Maybe the person started a finance channel and they thought, okay, I'm going to run with this particular niche. And then they realize that they actually hate talking about finance. And they think, okay, I'm just going to delete my channel completely and start a new channel. So sometimes people may think that they want to talk about a particular niche, but they realize that they cannot see themselves talking about this day in, day out, or every single week for years on end. The thought of it can make them feel nauseous. They rather just try something else. So if you are a YouTuber and you've been thinking about quitting, but you know that you really want this for yourself, but you're feeling demotivated, here are some tips to avoid quitting. Set realistic expectations, set realistic goals. I've hit 14 subscribers on this channel today, and I'm really happy about that. And celebrate your small wins because those small wins will lead to even bigger wins. And if you're only chasing after the big wins, then it's going to feel like a real slog because you aren't celebrating the smaller victories along the way. And why shouldn't you? Celebrate it all. And when a failure arises, don't see it as the worst thing in the world. You are learning from it. You are growing. YouTube is a space where you are learning new skills all the time. You have to adjust things all the time. And your motivation will dip. You will not always be highly motivated. Some days it will feel soul crushing. And you just have to get up and try again. Until, obviously, if you don't really want this, then that's also perfectly fine. Focus on a niche that you're passionate about, something that you can really talk about, and something that you enjoy. Because if you're going to be talking about it so often, you might as well enjoy what you're talking about. Learn and adapt from your analytics. If you see that certain videos are doing really well, double down on those videos, create more of that content because you know that this is what resonates with your audience. Also find a schedule that works for you. Maybe batch record, film 2 or 3 videos on a particular day so that you don't have to feel like you don't have time to create content. Always remember, why did you start your YouTube channel? What is your why? Did you feel like you wanted to just share your stories with other people? Did you want to create impact? Did you want to provide value? What is your why? But most of all, congratulate yourself on taking the step to being a YouTuber. It's not easy. It's not for the faint-hearted, but you've done it. So whether you quit after 6 months or whether you continue, at least you know you tried. And do watch this video, which is about how to talk on camera.